Dalada the Wawa, tooth relic offering, sacred sacrifice and rituals for Lord Buddha. Ananda Thero turned into the leader, personal attendant of residing Lord Buddha. He had pure and countless affection and recognized toward Lord Buddha. Without any ulterior motives, he dedicated his complete life being the employee's help. Lord Buddha. The sacred left dog tooth relic of Lord Buddha, that's located in the sacred temple of Tooth in Kandy, is being blessed with sacrifice and rituals in view that its smile seemed today as the residing Lord Buddha. The private attendance and conventional services devoted to Lord Buddha done by using Ananda Thero again then are being carried on these days as Theva, each day offerings that are led with the aid of the Mahanayaka Thero of Malwathu and Asgiri chapters and followed by means of the living community of bhikkhus of those temples. Oblation are finished through the head of a sect of bhikkhus Thero of Malwathu Asgiri chapters or Anayaka Thero appointed in rate of oblation representing head of a sect of bhikkhus Theros. These oblation are carried out as annual shifts of tenures among Asgiri and Malwathu chapters. Except the everyday offerings, oblation. There are also a weekly and annual sacrifice and rituals dedicated for the sacred teeth relic which are constantly executed due to the fact that historical instances to provide. Annually, the day-by-day provider, oblation, shift is changed in the day of the rainy retreat which falls after a Sala full moon Poya day. Underneath the initiation of head of a sect of bhikkhus Theros of Asgiri and Malwathu chapters, and the Dhyavadana Nalame, historically required to do the entirety in his energy to make sure rain in the proper season, of the Temple of Teeth Relic. On this occasion the Secretary Mahotala reads the inventories of the upper ground, the lower floor, the octagon, Padtharipawa, and the hermitage of Thero who is in fee of oblation. After the reading, the items inside the inventories are proven, handed over and acquired once more. Afterwards, the one's inventories are signed by means of the head of a sect of bhikkhus Theros and the Dhyavadana Nalame. Then, applicable keys are required and acceded over after a quick discourse. It is considered fortunate and meritful for a Thero to have the possibility to conduct the oblation for the sacred tooth relic. Early period of service. This is known as Theva, oblation, and there are 3 offerings. Early duration of carrier, center length of carrier and the night period of carrier. The early period of carrier commences at 5:15 a.m. with the beating of Huasi drums. The whole thing pay attention is performed in accordance so timetable. Folks who attend to these services have to wait until the care trackers open the doorways. The non-secular offerings are done by means of few offerings and the equal devotion provided to Lord Buddha is obtainable to the sacred enamel relic as well. Jasmine vegetation are supplied and other services are made with awesome devotion. Removal of the offerings are also performed with brilliant devotion consistent with the device, starting from silver vessels and finishing with gold vessels. As these vessels are to be covered with respect, only a monk assigned to this task is permitted to touch them. Middle period of service. Starts off evolved around 9:30 a.m. and concludes at 10:30 a.m. This is the each day food offered to Lord Buddha known as Buddha Puja. Equal monk who attended the early length of services carry out this service. The arrangement of his meals and offering of flowers are performed by using the 2 priests. Outsiders cannot witness this service. The removal of the foods also performed by using the equal monk. In keeping with timetable within the midst of Magalbera, wedding drum sounds. The doors are closed after the respectable look into the entirety interior. Evening period of service. This begins around 6:30 p.m. and goes till 7:15 p.m. in the midst of Huasi sound. Withered and vintage plant life are eliminated and clean flour are provided. Tree bowls of honey, ginger juice and ghee also are supplied. Right now, devotees ought to provide vegetation inside the shrine room.